Hey, 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 welcome everyone, welcome in. We are on to episode 2 of Chinatown Detective Agency. It is the newest game in midweek point and click after we beat Gabriel Knight. It's been a banger so far. So far, so good. Steve, how you doing?
Hey, not bad. Hi, everyone.
That's good. We got Tongs in the house, we got Fauntleroy. How you doing? Yeah, so Steve, I believe you're up for the recap of what happened in our last episode.
This one's pretty similar because it was self-contained.
Yep.
We are a private detective. So far, we've just basically worked for a set of 3 clients, and that's what I think has been pretty good as like private detective stuff. Because the problem with like film noir movies is there's only one case because you can't put in a second case without wasting time, feature length time. Whereas in a video game format, even though a lot of them will still do the one case, like they've taken advantage of the fact that they can do like a proper PI. We've got multiple clients. But yeah, we've worked for these 3 clients, and we ended at a point where one of them, I think the main storyline to do with government corruption or privatization corruption. But then we're at a point where I think we can do one more mission for each of them, but then we have to pick one that we're going to mainline.
Yeah, exactly. So you want to give a rundown of what kind of missions we've done for them?
Yeah. So one of the interesting ones was the stamp one, where it's a rich person's inherited a rich organization from his dad who had bad practices, unethical practices, and he's making up for it by selling his dad's prized stamp collection. Not selling it, giving it away to museums, and we have to look up where they're from. So we've done a lot of looking at a stamp, trying to figure out from the features and the writing where it's from, and the same with the cancellation. Some of them have cancellation stamps on them, and working out where they come from. One other client is probably the proper cinematic PI stuff where we gathered information on a privatized water company, and they'd find out because what they're doing, and one of the things they're doing is kind of a little bit corrupt. They're basically going to sell 3 different brands of water instead of having normal tap water.
Yeah, it's like a subscription
And
service, right?
yeah, and the lowest level is going to be below the government standards, though,
For like health
or the health
regulations.
organization standards.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other one? The other one was just finding someone.
So yeah, so 2 people disappeared, and we had to gallivant around the world to try and find them. And when we did, there was a gunfight, and we managed to shoot the gun out of their hand, thankfully,
Yep.
which is pretty cool.
That's the one that seemed was going to be unethical at first, because it's like if they don't want to be found,
Yep.
like you would just assume they were a couple eloping, but then yeah, he had her at gunpoint.
Yeah, exactly. Before we do begin, people in the chat, welcome in, Saiku. Hope you're doing well. What's the sound levels like? I did have a sound meltdown. My audio mix decided to completely screw up, so I've had to reinstall the software. So I'm not sure what the levels are like. Is Steve good? Am I good? Is the game good? You just let me know and we can tweak before we start. Sounds good? All right, cool. Gonna have to get a Scooby Woo in the chat then, Tongs. Yeah, so when we were the very end of it, we had the option to go full-time or continue doing some part-time work, and I think we all decided...
Happy Easter!
I think there was a poll, and the poll was successful for the water company corruption.
Exactly, which I think is this guy here, is who we're going to be working for full-time, but then I think we decided we're going to do some part-time cases first, and then
like
go
a police
full-time.
officer. Yeah, but I think we have the option to do some part-time stuff.
Yeah, so I'll load the game. Okay, so was it... There was a button to highlight everything. I forget what it was. Was it H? It was H. There you go. Didn't forget it all. Did we save before or after the phone call? In fact, I don't even know how to call. Oh, here. I guess we can just call people. So, I think Kieran Aya is the person that we're deciding to work full time for. So maybe we'll just speak to the other people and do a couple of part-timies.
Yep.
Oh, that's our cop mate as well. No answer? Okay. We've had some mini games along the way too, like actual decent ones rather than... I don't know, what do you call it, Steve? What's the V-Jolt puzzle called again?
V-Jolt 1.
The one with the coloured dots and you have to select them all?
That's the Magic Square puzzle.
That's the one, Magic Square. Hate them.
I had a thing that my dad got. I think because he at one stage just tried to set up an import business, but he had these bunch of prototypes. I never knew why I had these like things that no one else had. Like there was a knobby clock that, like, I was at my grandmother's. It's like a little mechanical. The knobby figures on it rotate. It's just a normal like mechanical alarm clock, not powered. You can wind up. Like weird stuff like that. One of them was this device that had like these LED buttons on it. Like not LED as in LED display, but like actual LEDs, but you can push them down. There's like a thing on top of them so you can push them. I remember that it would just randomly light up and never understood what was happening. But once I just saw a pattern, it was basically the Magic Square thing. And later on I worked out it's because you need the instructions, actually read the instructions, because there's a set of like 10 games in it. It's just a key, like it's the size of a keypad. It's like literally 3x4. You could play blackjack and stuff, but then one of them was the Magic Square puzzle. So that's where I learned how to play that.
That's cool.
Those are just puzzles as well.
We're calling Mei Ting, but yeah, we don't need to speak to her. She's the extortionist. She wants $300 for doing nothing. Rupert Zhao? Who's Rupert Zhao again? Oh yeah, these is the stamps guy, isn't he?
A mirror. I was beginning to wonder if you were ever going to call again. What's up?
Is he the people finding person?
Oh yeah, I think he was. And it was the girl. I don't remember her name. She owns the gym that did the stamp. So I'm guessing start a new case will be
temporary one,
what we should probably do. So let's do that.
Before I forget, great work on the national water case.
Thank you.
Oh, he's not. Oh,
Thanks.
Does he know about it?
I see you're keeping up with the times.
I am. And I also know you ran an errand for Tiger Lily.
Are you two acquaintances?
I keep to my neck of the woods and she to hers. It's an unwritten agreement that not only ensures both our longevities, but also keeps things civil. I like to avoid awkward greetings at events we both attend. You know what I mean? Anyway, listen. We need to speak with an important contact, an acquaintance of Philip, and someone familiar with the group that planned the whole thing.
Philip was the guy that we shot in the hand, I believe, from memory.
Perfect. Where do we meet?
There's a wine bar I frequent.
Oh.
Low-key, the kind of place that's appropriate for these kinds of things. It's called The White Mare, near Bugis. See you there.
Bugis. Okay. King and the Philosopher. Oh, that's cool. Now, Americans, do you know what philosopher means? Because I do know Harry Potter was changed to sorcerer. Oh, mating.
I think that might be one of those things where it's not that the word's not that prevalent. It's just that they think American audiences are stupid.
Don't know.
Or is it actually not a word? No, it has to be a word there. It's literally a section of education. Study.
So they thought like Plato and all that were like actual sorcerers.
Hmm.
I was just calling to remind you that if you're stuck with anything, a clue or a lead, you can't wrap your mind around. Okay, that's good. That's because there was one of the stamps that was, I felt like we were sort of let loose without any sort of point in the right direction, but we ended up figuring it out anyway. But maybe we can just use mating if we need
So the
to.
librarian, I guess she's our fact checker.
Yeah. Although she's probably going to charge us $300 per clue. I bet she will. It just seems like her MO. Okay, we need
a game mechanic thing of like having a system but have it affect your money.
Yeah, because we have to pay rent and stuff too, which we figured out. This here as well reminds me of chocolate, like a chocolate bar hanging on the wall. I don't know
It
why.
always reminds me of something in Star Trek, like something that would hang on a Klingon's wall.
Okay.
I was going to mention that last time.
Alright, we're going to go to Boogus. Where is Boogus? There it is. Mind the gap. The CXY time. Me. CXY timing.
That's 60 time.
God, you feel bad.
That's literally what it says. You in there?
The white man. No, we can't go in there, Steve. We can only go in the white man. Ooh,
A
hello.
mirror over here.
Hope he's footing the bill since he's brought us this pretentious establishment.
Oh, we can look at some stuff. What's this? The giants of jazz stared down at the bar below. Instruments poised, mouths agape.
Yeah, we were surprised on the first stream about, like there was the first thing we had to Google. And it's like, surely, because no game usually does that, but it's like I Googled it anyway, assumed there was maybe some way in game to work out, and then yeah, we got the stamps part and we're constantly Googling stuff.
Welcome in 6-7. How you doing? Little gem for you. Excellent. This is our first time playing, so feel free to hang out. And you know, like if there's any, we're not too precious about. We don't want spoilers per se, but hints are totally fine, I reckon. It's going to be the same thing. Giants of Jazz stare down far.
Here and
Yeah,
there, I
it
guess,
is.
as long as it's not like Wesley being led through a walkthrough.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you get stuck here and there.
You ever visit Tokyo at midnight? Sometimes it rains. The city lights up like you've never seen it before. A sea of color reflected in every direction. It's beautiful. I agree. You look like a PI. Takes one to know one. No matter how long it takes to find something, it's always worth it. Just be sure to keep an open eye and ear on the ground. A client once came to me to help him find his misplaced false teeth. We spent all day looking for them, couldn't find them anywhere. Exhausted, he decided to go to bed and found them in his pillowcase. Okay.
In his pillowcase.
Yeah, in the detective's pillowcase. That'd be weird, wouldn't it?
If the detectives want to be like a magic trick, but like in his pillowcase, does that mean like he took them out and put them like under the sheet between the actual pillow and the pillowcase?
Maybe he was strapped for cash and he put his teeth under there hoping the tooth fairy would come and give him a full what? How much did you get, Steve, as a kid? We got $2 per tooth.
No, it was $1 or $2, yeah.
It had to be a coin. You couldn't put a note in. Because it was usually like, not under the pillow. We would put the tooth in a glass of water and then you'd wake up and it would have the coin in there. There's
I
George.
guess also they wouldn't give me a note would mean $5 at minimum. They wouldn't give me that much for a tooth.
Yeah. I tell you what, wisdom teeth, they should give me $1,000 per tooth. It's coming up to the 1 year anniversary of my wisdom removal and it sickens me to my core.
It's just painful or uncomfortable.
Oh, it was the worst experience. Like the drugs, the pain meds didn't work at all. So I just raw dogged it.
Yeah,
Glad
pain
you could
money
make it.
doesn't lift.
This is Lawrence. He and Philip were both involved with our shadowy group.
Yeah, mine was about 4K, but health insurance paid for it all, which was fantastic.
Lawrence, hi.
Lawrence doesn't have a voice actor. Okay. Let's skip the intros. I want this to be done over as soon as possible, if you don't mind.
I understand. Did you
What
know
is my health
Philip well?
insurance on that? That's a lot of money just to pull. Was it 1 tooth or up to 4 teeth?
I had 3 teeth removed. But it was also anesthetic, so you have to pay for the anesthesiologist and... Because you go under full general. And the rent of the bed as well. Not really. I only met him once. We were both invited to a meeting, a sort of orientation session, I suppose. They're called the Lupercalia. We don't know more than one or two people in the group. Usually our handlers. They're quite secretive that way. I was paid to do my part and steal money from Philip's company. Philip opened the doors. In a manner of speaking, I was a runner. I arranged the flights, drove people around. A few others did other stuff, like breaking into the company's internal network.
This group, the Lupercalia,
Okay.
are they based here in Singapore?
I don't know, but I don't think so. We heard we heard other members of London's waiting for Philip, but we never got to meet anyone outside the local group. They recruit their members by referral. You get nominated by the current member. You get in touch, and they give you a sort of challenge.
What kind of challenge?
It was some sort of test. I suppose it was to root out the idiots. The answer to the test was a set of GPS coordinates and the time and date. I met a member there and I was in. Okay, so I wonder if we're going to have to join this club.
Yeah, that's what I'm shooting. So mention the test, but
Yeah.
Well, that's
it's
fun.
it's the BuzzFeed
If I
test,
wasn't
but-
tasked with taking this group down, I'm sure they would have been right up my alley.
I've only been to Singapore as a stopover, Saiku. Coming back from the UK. But, seems cool. I like the idea of no trash and no grime on the streets.
I need to get in. Can I get a referral?
Yeah, the
They're
airport
getting
was
caned if they graffiti a car.
hanged.
Caned.
Oh, okay.
Because there was a like sort of most famous example where there was like an American. It's like I think it was a young guy, assuming I don't think it was a kid, but yeah, graffitied a car, got caught, and they caned his ass.
I thought you said hanged because of Van Nguyen. Remember him? He smuggled like weed into Singapore and got hanged.
Not exactly, but yeah, sort of knew they did that.
Yeah. I think he was the last Australian person executed. From memory. Gone sort of silent since the whole Philip thing, but yeah, you can get in touch with my handler, but only with a guarantee for my safety.
In a word, yes. Help us out, and I'll make sure we've got people watching your back.
I'm gonna need some sort of financial assurance as well. I mean, we get found out, I'm gonna have to make a run for it.
Yes, but don't push your luck. You'll get something, and you'll take it.
Please use these contact details. I'll need to assume an alias. The minute they figure out who I really am, we'll never hear from them again.
Charlene Eng, hey? Alright, you got it. Not Chesty LaRue? Fine. Wait for my message.
Fine. Keep me in the loop.
Okay. So I'm kind of unsure. I don't think I missed anything, but why do we want to get into the secret organization?
And no real motivation other than they just said we should. You guys bring them down.
Maybe, yeah. Okay, we got emails. A locked door. A locked door. Alexander... Oh, here we go, Steve. This is a puzzle for you. Alexander stood over an old philosopher, blocking out the sun like a mighty storm cloud. Find the old man in the school of Athens. Stand below him and wait for us. Before that, a test for your suitability. Unlock the code with a key. Sometimes keys are shaped like squares. Plato, Fixer, Grove, Minos, Wheel. Wow. Okay, so we've got separate words.
Yeah, looks like it. So the letters A through to E. So basically and we just happen to have a grid of, like with all those philosopher names together, they just happen to have a grid of 5 by 5.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so I'm gonna just don't know if there's a way to work this out of my head. I'll just start with. Okay, so if we go AD, we just assume that's a T.
Why is AD a T?
A could be the first line, D is the fourth letter, so that's T in Plato.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So AE, DA is M. So it'd be Tom. Actually, that's actually starting to look good.
Steve just figures it out straight away. He's with the cipher.
This TOMO, so it looks like it might be tomorrow. God, it's so hard to read now. I'll just do letters. So 1 4 1 5 4 1 4 4 2 5 3 2 1 5 5 1. Okay, 1 4 1 5 4 1. That's 4 4. So 2 5 is R. Yes, tomorrow.
Well, this guy over here. Yeah, exactly. You could put your findings in the chat, Steve.
Okay. To the final one of this one, 5-1. Yes, it's definitely okay.
He is doing some sorcery shit. He's doing some sorcery for some sorcerers.
So there's that. Hang on, this. Okay, so that first line, I guess, was two different lines in my text pad, and which just moved it together. Is me writing out the word just to make it easy in my head, but translating like A for 1, B for 2, C for 3. So the next one is 4 3 4 2 A 4 2 4, and then make it easier. Just put dashes in between each second one.
Okay. So,
So that's 4 2 is I. Oh no, 4 3 is N. So N I.
night.
Yeah, I assume so. Except it's like abbreviated, but yeah, that's what it looks like.
Let's see. 2 2 2 2.
4 5 2 4 3 4 3 5 4 3 dashes.
So it does work out to be night like that.
NITE. Yeah.
Okay.
Unless I'm mixing. Yeah, because it's only 4 letters, but they just dropped the T, I guess. Okay, 4 5 is S. 2 4 is E. 3 4 is V. Okay, this is likely a 7.
7:30 maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus 1.
Babadook.
2 1. And I gotta bring the thing back.
2 1 2 2 2 1 1. 4 5 3 5 4 4 3. Okay.
Okay, so 2 1 is F.
Oh.
I. 2 1 is F again. 14 is T. 53 is E. 54 is E again. And 43, I'm assuming is N. Yep. 29, 715.
7:15. Okay. Now it says find the old man in the school of Athens. I wonder if that means literally that we have to go and fly to Athens.
Yeah, I guess that's the time, location. Although he said there'll be GPS. What was the things he said was time, location. The three things that you said that would send. What was the date and time?
Not sure. I'm just going to hit back to see if we get a new email. No, okay. Can't reply to it either. Alexander stood over the old philosopher. Alexander being Macedonian, right? If we're talking about the great Alexander the Great. Looking at the sun like a mighty storm cloud. Find the old man in the school of Athens, stand below him and wait for us.
Which is, I think, for all intents and purposes, it's Alexander, even though it's a very contentious issue.
I'm going to quickly click the web and let's see. School of Athens. Let's see if that's actually a thing. School of Athens is a painting, famous painting by Raphael.
Okay.
So, School of Athens is a fresco by the Italian Renaissance artist Raphael. It was painted between 1509 and 1511 as part of a commission by Pope Julius II. Decorated rooms now called the Stanzi da Raffaello in the Apostolic Palace in Vatican City. Ooh, is that a cheeky trick? Do we in fact have to go to Italy? Or, sorry, Vatican City is its own country.
Italy, because it's the School of Athens. It's not specific to say it should be Greek. I think that's definitely Vatican City. And also, like, Athens was too broad.
Yeah, it was.
Let's even see. Specific place.
Can we go to... Hang on.
Actually, it should be Vatican.
Yeah.
Because you're doing the city. Oh no, Rome. If that's not there.
Yeah, Rome's not there. Maybe it's not. Victoria, Toronto, Tampa, Singapore, Shanghai, London, Des Moines. Let's see. Have a look. You know what it could be as well? It could be literally just in the gallery that we have here. It might not mean the legit version. It could be just like... In fact, that's what... We could actually go to the gallery because it's going to cost us like $4 and just see if they've got that painting. Oops, got to back out of... How do we get out of the email? Back here. There we go. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. She just says it. Oh, look at that. National Gallery bought a recreation of it from the Victoria and Albert Museum last year. Got the location down, but what about the encrypted message? National Gallery. Do we know where the... Optional caller for help. We don't need that. Where was the gallery? Because it was the same place as the museum we went to last time. Was
There's further places, because I remember being just reasonably obvious from the...
Civic District, maybe?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Let's go there.
We have plenty of time anyway. Okay, so it's morning on Monday. That would have just ticked over, which means it'll be today, 7:30 to 7:15 today, right?
I hope so,
It's
yeah.
at PM.
Yeah, it didn't really say. Okay. Oh, it has to be PM then, because it doesn't open until 8.
It's also tomorrow night, so it has that. The
Oh,
night
yeah, of
part
course.
Just as PM.
Gotcha. So we can wait around. We do have that option. So how many hours do we need to wait? Let's do a first.
We'll check the email to see when it came in, but I think today is actually tomorrow, so we have to wait 12 hours plus 16.
That screwed us
Oh,
over
sorry,
last
12
time.
hours plus 6.
Yeah. So let's at least wait 12 hours. Just to get closer. Keith! How you doing, bud? Welcome in. Okay, so it's now 1:20. We can at least go in there and see where it is, where the painting is. Tap me to activate the guide. There it is, Meng's recreation of Raphael's School of Athens. Okay. Gut tells me they want me to stand at a certain point under the painting, which was directly under Alexander, right? Or the shadow of Alexander?
Or the philosopher. Something that only works in a video game, because in real life, it depends on where you're standing, on who she's under.
Yeah.
And she's right up against the painting.
Who's this guy with his... Rather be feared or loved? Easy, both. We've been here
We've
before.
talked to him.
Yeah,
Is he
yeah.
just- Is he in the library before?
Yeah, I think so.
And I think we might have walked into the gallery.
Okay. Can we access our emails from here? I don't know if we can.
Any emails there?
Oh, sweet. Oh, that's evidence.
Oh, that's evidence.
Damn.
Let's get E with the letter icon.
Envelope, yeah.
Somehow it's not emails.
Find the School of Athens painting. Sure. I wonder if it's going to be very particular. Whether you have to be... Look, if I was to guess which one Alexander is, I would say this one. Because it says
don't
under the
think-
shadow of Alexander.
I don't think he's in there. I think it's Plato. Or the philosopher.
Let me have a look at the actual real picture. Alexander the Great in Raphael. Yeah, okay, so he is there apparently.
Okay. Raphael pointed to the School of Athens, yes, in the Vatican between there. Yeah. Okay, so Alexander the Great is the guy. Yeah, he's in there. He's facing. He's the guy to the left.
Is he in the
so
blue?
center group of. No, he's the I can't point, but see in the background. There's the two statues.
I think
You
it's
look at
this
the
guy
statue
here,
to the
right?
left. No, it's not him. Other side.
Really?
It's right on the end of that group.
This one?
That guy. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's Alcibiades and Alexander the Great. So I guess the Wikipedia isn't even, historians aren't even sure exactly who it's supposed to be, but one of the things it could be.
Oh, that's unfortunate. So there's a guy. Let me see where I can find him. He's around here somewhere. His name is Sodoma.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what he does in his spare time?
No, Steve.
Pottery.
What does he do? Like checkers?
Pottery.
Pottery. Okay. Well, we'll stand under this guy anyway. We just have to wait a little bit more. I wonder if we have to back out and come back in though.
Yeah, fun because it seems like a cheat to just stand there the whole time. But video game wise, you'd still have to know the time because we're doing skips.
Well, it's almost 5 o'clock. So maybe we can skip 1 hour. Alright. It's 5 o'clock now. 6 o'clock. Time's going pretty quick. Maybe we just stand there. There we go. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see. Whoops. Hardwood Fine, how you doing? I don't know what your that sounds like a song lyric or something that I'm not familiar with. You have a new email. Oh, it's almost time. It's weird we can't access our emails. It's like the year...
It's like an old-fashioned pager.
2037.
Yeah, it's like an old-fashioned pager. We get a notification that we've got a message, but we don't actually get the message.
Yeah. Alright. Whoop, here we go. Something meant to happen?
Maybe the email is it? Try again. Okay. We can do that.
Before I forget, great work on the national web.
Ah.
Anyway.
Perfect.
There's a one. It's
Really know
called.
this. At least we can read the email properly again.
Although, we didn't see what that email was that came in. There's got to be a way to...
No, these were old emails. Like this one here is from rent that we paid last time and all that.
That's what I mean. We've lost... The fact that it's reset means we don't know what that email is that came in.
I don't think there was an email that came in, was there?
Yeah, we got a notification.
No, that was me just clicking on it.
Ah.
Hoping that I could actually see the email from here. Let's see. Head to the White Mare. Let's do that then. What was it called? Boogus. I never knew there was a Carmen San Diego game show theme. I mean, game show. To have a theme, in fact.
Amira, over here.
Okay. Unless, what if we have to do something to make the game realize we've deciphered the message?
Maybe stood on the wrong person.
Grab a drink first. Even I recognize the vintages on display. This stuff goes towards premium grog with a price to match.
Glad you could make it.
Okay,
This
we know
is
this.
Lawrence,
Skip
I
this.
understand.
Rockapella. There you go.
This group, the Lupercalia. What
Well, that's,
I need to get...
in a word. Yes, but don't push your luck. You'll get.
Please use these contact details. I'll need to assume an...
Fine.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna go back home. So it's Sunday. New email now. Cool. We can't save it here, can we? Nope.
I guess we between cases.
Brutal. Okay, a locked door. Alexander stood over the old philosopher, blocking the sun like a mighty storm cloud. Find the old man in the school of Athens. Stand below him. Okay.
Old man. Okay, so it has to be. It's not him. It's. They don't even know who the old man is supposed to be.
Alexander stood over the old philosopher. So we can find Alexander. Who's he standing over? Let's take a look at the legit picture again.
Hang on.
Let's have a look.
I mean, that's the fact that it's just saying the old man is, or the old philosopher, is vague, but it has to be Plato, right?
I don't know. Who's the old guy that's drunk on the steps, laying down?
Hang on. No, no, that's not necessarily. It's got to be. I think because Plato was the one that was like 80 years old, right? Like even by old times, he was an old man.
I'm not sure.
But I could be thinking of Socrates or something like that. They'll kind of run. Although Socrates doesn't seem to be in here.
Was this a Polybius cipher? Is that what it's called?
Polybius.
Is that the name of the
I
cipher?
don't know what that one is. Yeah, I think it is.
Let's see.
I think it's got to be Plato. They're not giving us enough clues for it to be anyone else.
Actually, do you want to take a screenshot of this, Steve? Just this thing? Because if we go, we can read it on the fly.
Okay.
All done?
Yep.
Okay. School of Athens. It's a painting by Raphael. National Gallery. Yep. I wonder if it's so particular that you have to stand under an individual person, or it's just under the painting at that time. Maybe it's because we waited in the gallery, it didn't trigger, maybe? I don't know.
I think we're staying on the wrong person. I don't think it was... Because we're going off rough memory, and because Alexander's the only named one, that's why we stood under Alexander, but I think we just have to be under Plato. I think that's the only mistake we've made. But we could also pass the time before we get to the painting, so that it's within an hour.
Yeah, I'll pass the
actually
time
stand
in the
under it.
main area, like just in the civic district. Socrates Johnson? Alright, let's... So what... Okay, we've got some time here anyway. I know it's tomorrow night, but we could stand there in case the time is glitched. And then back out and then skip time.
Yeah.
So let's wait like 1 hour just to speed it up a bit. Okay. It was 7:15, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll wait 1 more hour quickly and then go in. Yeah, okay. Stand at a certain point.
Hey, tickle bits.
Circle bets. How you doing, good sir? So is this here the philosopher? Or is it this dude
He's
here?
just a drunken idiot.
It's just a
Plato,
drunken.
Plato is in the center. He's the guy in red.
This guy, okay. I mean, that's close enough, isn't it? Oh, that would have triggered just then, right?
Yep. So I think, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, you have to wait till tomorrow.
Okay. Let's back out then.
As the drunk guy is Diogenes.
I mean, back then they were probably all drunk.
Yeah.
All right, we're waiting a
Depends,
long
like,
time.
'cause they drank wine more often because it was used to purify water, but they never. But it was still taboo to drink proper wine like we do. It was always diluted in water.
Yeah.
There's a mixture of the fact that they drank more often, but the way we get drunk was unthinkable or immoral to them.
No binge drinking. Though, I mean, the Romans had vomitoriums where when you drank too much, you could go into a room and just spew to your heart's content.
Yeah, I guess that could be the Romans are slightly different, but also vomitorium is not necessarily from drink, that's also from overeating.
All right, let us see. It is the next day. It is about to click over to... It's 4:30 now, so we could probably skip an hour, just to be safe.
Oh, it's way too close. Oh no.
Now, go in. Come on, stop moonwalking. Alright, so we want to be directly here.
Yep, under the orange guy.
Alright, then we just wait it out. Let's hope things go well. Because if it doesn't...
Well, this is relying on Plato being the old man there. I'm worried. It ticked off earlier when it failed last time, didn't it?
I don't know, what do you mean ticked off?
Like it failed out.
Yeah, it did, yeah. Shortly after, it said we screwed up. What if it's this dude?
Yeah.
Oh.
I sort of started thinking because the way he talks weird.
Got 15 seconds. Come on.
I missed with the thing. I thought it ticked over.
Come on.
Yep.
Yes! Hello? You must be Charlene. I am. I'm standing under Diogenes.
Wait, what?
He was the vomit guy, right? Close enough. We know.
Yeah.
Congratulations. You have our attention. Meet me at B311 bus stop in Chinatown. I'll wait for you there now. Chinatown, eh? Let us head there.
I guess we're close enough.
Yeah. Time to meet the Lupercalia. Bus stop B311 in Chinatown. Okay. Oh, it's right outside our house. He's got a Half-Life shirt on.
I ever seen someone wear a Half-Life shirt in the wild?
Not in a long time. Di mana dia anak kambing saya? There was a time where I'd be able to understand that. It's been too long. Sire is I. I'm waiting for my son Juan. This here is our little rallying spot. Wonder if it's Manson over here.
Charlene Eng?
Oh, it is.
And
I'm at a disadvantage. You are? Ari, a recruiter and servant of the great cause we call the Lupercalia.
Someone has a tattoo of that on their shoulder, hey? Wow. Who would it be? It's not Steve. I know Steve's tattoo. Tongs?
I would not do, because I know, knowing how things age, there's no way I would do like a video game tattoo or something. And I'd probably like, not like a logo.
Mm-hmm.
You do like a moment, like a. I think I've told you this. Like I was too old by the time I realized I could have done it, but like I thought, what if you did a full back tattoo of the cover art of Doom 1?
Oh, that'd be rad.
Stuff like that wouldn't age, but like
Yeah.
a video game like a Half-Life symbol stuff that would age quickly. Or you don't know if it would age. It could. I just think of when things go out of favor, like like if someone got like a Game of Thrones tattoo or something like that, and then the final episode comes out and everyone hated it.
Yeah, totally. I wonder if, like you say, a back tattoo of the Doom cover art, but imagine if you got the Duke Nukem cover art, which is similar to the Doom one, but has a different connotation now these days.
Yeah.
Tell me something. You know
That's
nothing
the
about
thing.
us.
I guess with the cover arts though,
Why
that's
did you
what
choose to
makes
reach
them
out?
Their time and place. It's not just like if you did like the Doom logo, and then didn't like where they went with other games, or they went in a, like if the whole thing went under, you would still have a cover art though from a very specific game of Doom.
Yeah.
So that's why I think that at least doesn't age. But if you got like getting the Doom logo, probably hasn't gone bad, but it could go bad. You never know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess I needed a great cause, as you put it. I know exactly what you mean. A higher calling gives meaning to our lives, distracts us from the fires burning all around. I won't mince words. The Lupercalia does things authorities would undoubtedly deem criminal. But our purpose
Joining
is
a cult?
pure. The restoration of heritage and the return of powerful objects of culture and identity back to the people they belong to. I don't follow. We're thieves with an important agenda, Amira. We steal from the rich to give back to the downtrodden. But I'm not just talking about money. Our main purpose for being is to steal the most priceless historical artifacts and works of art from private collectors all over the world. Then, we return them to their rightful homes.
Like the stamps, in a way.
Yeah, I was thinking that's similar.
An international thief syndicate. Yes, I suppose. Would you like to talk about it in greater detail in a more accommodating setting?
Yes.
I'm eager to learn more. Good. An associate will get in touch soon. He'll arrange a meeting and fill you in on the next steps. Excellent work, by the way. I hope you'll eventually join us, Miss Eng.
Yay, we did it. Come on, Roops.
Rupert, I've got my foot through the door. I just met a Lupercalia member, and I'm set to meet with another one soon.
Do what you have to do. Here's something to cover your costs. Okay, let's look. We're at 27 grand now. We'll just call it 28 grand.
Thanks. I'll call you back when I've got updates. In the meantime, I'm off to get thick as thieves with actual thieves.
Wow.
Ah.
Differentiated in subtitle.
Sweet. Case closed.
Which is weird because the verbal one had more color.
I saw
That
it
had to
before where it
be
didn't
first.
quite match, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that went well. What now? So, what we could probably do is call another person and do one of their cases. Since that's a case closed. Let's have a look. Who do we want to call? Tiger Lily? Do you want to give her a shot?
Yeah, do some stamps.
Amira, I see you haven't forgotten about me. How are you?
Let's start a new case.
Listen, why don't you come over? I'll let you know how and where we go from here.
Sure.
Okay, I'll be over as soon as I can.
Guy Lang. Okay. Let's head over. We didn't get no money, by the way. Or unless it gave it to us before we tried to count it. Alright.
Amira, thank you for coming. Perfect timing, too. We have to go.
We have to go?
Lucas is at the Great Abode. He went to pick up some things his father left him. His sister, Ariel, will be there. She's most likely the successor to her father as the head of the temple. She and Lucas don't get along. It'll be sensational. Let's go.
Can we fight?
Oh dear. Okay, lead the way.
She could have saved me $4 in travel, though, to meet us somewhere else. Oh, yeah, we've been here before. Honestly, thought Kiss was the greatest rock band ever. Then came Guns N' Roses, then Nirvana. Now I'm all confused. What do you think? Can't say I've heard much of any of them, to be honest. Look at this hair. That is a mullet and a half. This is Verdantry in 2037. I'm supposed to be here. Pretend you didn't see me. Alright, into the temple we go. Is this guy doing a front goatee? Kinda looks like it. Weird.
Hello, and welcome to the Great Abode, the heart and home of the Temple of the Self. Here, all are welcome. No matter your race, creed, past faults and imperfections, you are all my brothers and sisters. If you would like to learn more about the Temple of the Self and how we can help you find meaning in your existence, please approach our welcome desk at any time, 24 hours a day. If you would like to book a learning session, you may approach the events terminals. Or if you'd simply like to take a look around, please feel free to do so. This is your home too. Thank you for coming. Bless you. May the Creator keep you and shine His light everlasting upon you. And may you find peace.
Easy for you to say. You've got an eternity of peace to look forward to.
Is that because he's a hologram?
As for your progeny, well, let's see for ourselves. Let's keep going.
Oh, this reminds me of the Midsummer churches.
And I won't hesitate to take legal action.
Legal action for what? I'm here to collect what is rightfully mine. As per our father's will, I'm within my rights.
This was the game, Steve, where you commented on how good it is that people are different heights, right? Was it this game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the librarian.
The trinkets might be yours, but this entire temple and its premises is private property. My property, to be exact. And you can't just walk in here unannounced.
Well, I'm here. And it appears so is my team. We'll be collecting all the items listed in the will, and then we'll be out of your hair.
I hope you aren't having too hard a time, Lucas. Caleb will be quite upset to see you both arguing, especially when it's over things that he rightfully left you.
Oh, she's churning the pot for sure.
Ah, well. I see you still hang around that glorified massage parlor, Lucas. How wholesome. And how is the proprietress of such a fine establishment doing? Hands full?
I do well enough. And how are you, Ariel? How's your holy pyramid scheme going? Tell me, does the creator now accept cryptocurrency?
You know, if we weren't in my father's office, or in a holy place for that matter, I'd slap that cheap lipstick right off your mouth.
God loves NFTs, yeah.
This is Rouge Lateau, my dear. You'll need a fistful or two from one of your donation boxes to afford it.
Fight.
Whoa, steady, ladies. We're here to help Lucas. Keep the claws tucked.
And who is this? One of your new girls, Lily? Does she have proper documentation?
That's enough. Glad you're here, Amira. I actually need your help once again.
Lisa comes bearing coffee. Lovely.
See these objects on my father's table? They're very valuable historical artifacts. Just a few of the things in my father's personal collection.
Very valuable is correct. I take good care of those, Lucas. Might pay for your children's college tuition one day.
These are of exceptional importance to their respective cultures. It would be a shame if, like my father, I kept it to myself. So I'd like you to find out where they came from and donate them to their respective museums where they belong.
We've done this song and dance before.
You can't be serious, Lucas. Do you have any idea how much they cost?
A lot, I'm sure. But I don't want them. I don't want the money either. Something you and Dad could never seem to come to grips with. It will, however, pay for Amira's time and efforts.
This might be a Pokemon reference that I'm out of my league in saying, but do you think that Ariel will be like the Team Rocket trying to foil our plans of donating it to the museums?
If you can't appreciate them, leave them to me and the temple.
She's suggesting use the James.
Take them, Amira. Send them home. And keep me updated.
You are an absolute fool, Lucas. You always were.
Maybe. But I was never Dad's fool. Which is more than I can say for you.
Take your little toys and get out of my temple. Have a good life, Lucas.
That was oddly satisfying.
Do you bask in confrontation, Steve? Like from a fly on the wall? Not being in it, but do you like watching people have an argument?
No, I don't like it at all. Do you like it?
It depends on the circumstance. Like I remember walking in Edinburgh past a pub, and there was, I think either the owner of the pub or the manager or something was an Indian man, and the patrons were an Indian family, and for some reason they were yelling at each other like full on, And it was very entertaining because they were sort of like yelling but then apologizing at the same time. It was like this flux of anger and manners. It was very good.
Something funny like that. I get nervous that I would get nervous that it's going to escalate into physical violence. That's always my fear.
You're big enough, Steve. You could just go and break up any fight, though.
Well, if you're not part of the thing, then it doesn't matter anyway. But I just don't. That fucks up your whole day, and that's shitty. But yeah, like there was a story of like I went to Bali with family once, and I was like, there was a fight almost broke out by the pool, and it was two big Aussie oafs about to go at each other, and like one of the staff tried to stop it, and it was like half their size, just got swatted away. But eventually, the guys went off, and like it was. I was telling the story to someone else, and because like I was the one that noticed, like I could tell the inception of it. Like I could see that they were drinking too much all through the day, which they did most days. There were no issues, but I could tell they broke up into small groups, and like the few, like the Tinder, I could just see it going up. It was like, I think there's going to be conflict, and then finally, the two people that have been, of course, talking in little groups, two of them almost came together, and that's when the shouting started and threats. But like I was talking to someone else, and they've gone, you're just like me, where you can tell like there's a certain part of you that's aware of everything around, even when you're hanging out in a group, just in case something goes bad. And like there's a nervousness that when you can see something going bad, that other people don't have, because the rest of everyone else were like, oh my god, it's a fight happening, where I'd seen like half an hour before it was about to start, I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
But that's the thing that's in my head, of just the constant nervousness that something's going to go on.
Yeah.
But
Tom,
then, there's exceptions though, because like I've watched that video of, it's in the Collider podcast, where there's like an argument, like that in the middle of this podcast, they have this argument. You can tell there's this like power thing probably behind the scenes, but it's like quite uncomfortable. But that's the one thing where it's like I kind of like watching that occasionally, because it's so funny and childish. Because the argument itself is so funny and childish.
Yes, it was. But we've got a lot left to do if we're going to turn the vestiges of my father's life into good deeds. Real good deeds. Amira, the items are yours. Please, try not to take too long. You get paid for every item delivered, but please be done in a week's time. Good luck.
A week's time? We can beat a week, surely.
Thank you. I'll give Lily a call once I've made headway.
Just depends on how many items there are.
Looks to be.
Oh, she's stealing all the shit.
Also, these priceless side effects, I just put them in my pocket.
You see there was a kangaroo there as well? That's great. Alright, let's get to work. What items did we get? Let's have a look. Evidence. Okay, figurine. This one is the oldest of the lot, at least from first impression. It's banged up pretty bad. Definitely gold. Depicts a woman with a large disc or orb over her head, surrounded by horns. Again, really old. Okay. So, let us see. This is what we're going to have to Google.
Because when they were talking about the artifacts, I thought it was the things directly behind them, which were probably way too big to...
Oh, some of them were.
Oh, well.
She was actually taking them from the background. Large disc or orb over her head. Statue. Surrounded by horns. What does that mean? Lady surrounded by horns. Disc in the head. Okay, let's have a look.
Yeah, but does it mean animal horns, or does it mean the instrument?
True, yeah. Statue. Lady. Horns. Disc. Oh, okay. Interesting. Egypt could be the one. Sun disc between horns of a cow. Egyptian goddess. Okay, so we've got Egypt. That's good. I wish there was a way I could show easily what the images look like.
Yeah.
I'll put a link in there so. There's a hint of boob in this one, so don't get too excited, everyone. But I'll put it in
You
the
linked
chat.
me to that stamp of Virginia. Was it the stamp? No. Flag of Virginia.
Okay, check that picture out, everyone, so you can see. Or was Artie find a filth bag? Don't be afraid to call out the filth bags in chat, that's for sure.
Looks like she's got implants.
Okay, so let's write this down, because we're going to have to globe trot within, the hell's my pen? Here we go. No, the pen doesn't work. Figurine is Egypt. You ever notice with a pen? I've always thought this, and I've never really. It's too inconsequential to ever bring up, but I'm going to bring it up now. When you write with a pen, like sometimes the pen won't work, and you keep writing in the track, the divot where you've put pressure on the pad, it doesn't work. But then you draw elsewhere on the page, and it'll start drawing. But then you go back to the divot, and it doesn't work. I don't know why that's the case.
I think there's like an oil that's left over. I had this thing happened. Maybe this is going to sound gross. It's like literally, but there's like literally no traces that you would see. But I want to write a handwritten letter to someone. So I went down to the paper store, got paper and pen. This is the really embarrassing thing because it's like my handwriting's awful, but I want to at least get good pen and a good piece of paper, like not like the A4 sheets you'd get from Officeworks, but thick paper, especially thick because then it feels nicer. But
parchment.
Yeah. So picking it's like reasonably arbitrary, but it just like roughly picked the right color, so it's a little bit creamy. But like doing the pens, and she's explained it. I just went, I'll get that one. She goes, this is a bit thick. And she explained the difference. She goes, I saw this little piece of paper below, and everyone had written as test writing, and everyone's handwriting was so beautiful because I guess that's the type to go to the store. But she's gone out to try it out. You have to do the test, and I was so self-conscious because it's
test.
Like, everyone writes beautifully, and I'm getting proper pen and paper, and I'm going to write like shit. So I just wrote my name, standard awful handwriting. I just wonder what she was thinking of, like, why are you even bothering to get this actual pen and paper? But when I was writing it, I found I hit an area where it had that exact problem, and I thought, because sometimes that happens, and you just write on something else until you get it running again. And then, yeah, like you said, sometimes it doesn't write properly, but you at least get that bit done, and then it writes fine. But it kept doing that, and yeah, she probably didn't care. But I know everyone else has.
Yeah, it's your own.
That would go to there.
Your own head there, Steve. I reckon.
Yeah, but there's no other things like me on the paper. Like all of it's perfect, and me, and I don't know. Just probably saw that I was lefty, so I was like, of course. Yeah, so I'm writing, but I kept hitting that on the left side, and what I realized was my hand's leaving a little bit of oil, I guess, as I'm writing, because it would work for a while. When I got to a new piece of paper, it worked for a while until I hit that area again. And what I think it was is because in order to have a completely dry hand and have it ready, I was wiping my hands on the tea towel in the kitchen, and what I think is that might be a bit of oil in, but that's what I thought. It might sound gross, but literally you never know it. It's just like there must have been traces. It's not like I kept an oily, dirty rag as a tea towel in the kitchen. But I think there was from other times I've dried my hand while preparing food, or after preparing food. There's a bit of oil in there, and then I was stamping that all on the page because I found that when I replaced the tea towel, started again, I didn't get that area. So that was a case where I know that it was oil that I was putting on the page. Otherwise, that's what I assume when you hit that area where it won't write properly. It's just like a little bit of maybe oil from your hand, or like natural oil, or I don't know.
For the second one, it's a Buddha statue made of bronze. After Googling, I found that it could be one of two things. It could either be in Korea or it could be India. Now, I'm looking in here to see what locations we have, and I don't see Korea in here. So I'm guessing it's going to be New Delhi. I'll let you know exactly what I've Googled. 1 second. I wish there was a way to... Let me quickly check something. Oh, I'm probably going to fuck it up, actually. I want it in windowed mode so I can move out and the audio still plays. Okay, let's see. At least it doesn't crash like 999 when you back out.
Is that why you couldn't do it?
Whenever Michael alt tabs in 999, it just crashes the entire game. But in this, it's just... I think if I change any settings, it's going to change the resolution and screw up. I think what I might do is off stream, I'll have a play. Okay, bronze standing Buddha statue is what I've written. And we have... Oh, it could be Thailand as well. Damn it.
That's the problem with Buddhist statues. It could be anywhere. So we don't have pictures, do we? We just have text. That's the weird part about this one, where we had the stamps as reference, but text is really hard to work out.
Buddhism arose in northeastern India as well. So I reckon it might be that, to be honest. It makes more sense. Because it's this... the clue says that it looks as old as when the religion started.
Okay. Yeah.
Give or take. Yeah, here it is. My guess is it's really old, so probably closer to the roots of the religion. So, we'll put India there. And we've got the final one, a dagger. An old dagger made from what looks like chipped stone. The handle looks like a man wearing an eagle headdress. It's adorned with colourful shells and stones, no metal material. Oh, sorry. I'll do that for you guys. And...
India.
I reckon that's so specific it's going to come up with a Chinatown reference first. Oh no. Image search at least bring up images first.
Let's see. Okay, sacrificial knife. I'm guessing it could be even like Mexico or something, but we'll see. Oh, it is Mexico. It's an Aztec knife. Okay. Dagger, Mexico. We'll keep looking for a second, but
It's one of them. It's like the figurine of the handle. It's done in such a way that it looks like the guy's humping the knife.
yeah, that's the one exactly. I will post that picture because it's worth a look. Piss off. Web peas can get out of town.
Actually, they're all like that.
Yeah.
Does that mean the knife is supposed to be his dick?
Maybe. Open image in a new tab. Does that work? Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, that's a... It's not working for us. Steve, do you want to maybe post a picture in chat of that? I'll go back to the game and we'll start traveling. All right, so the first place we want to go is to go to Egypt, Singapore to Cairo. What's the time now? Tuesday. Seventh of the 4th, 37. Yeah, see what we've got. Close this now. It's probably this one here, 1 o'clock. Let's do it. And then travel to the airport. Yes. Did the Thailand and India sounds come through? Considering that my sound's been screwed? 3 hours before. They did? Excellent, cool. Soft though? Yeah. think we booked. I'm going to wait an hour. I don't remember what time I booked, so we're just going to keep trying until we get it. Here we go.
I can't fuel without downloading, but I'll post a link, and then if it downloads on other people's computers, then that's what it's likely going to do rather than showing browser.
Historical Museum, here we go. Miss Dharma, where did you get this? Private collection of a recently deceased gentleman. This is, from what I can tell, probably Isis. I've seen similar figures that date back to the third intermarriage period. Interesting. What makes you think it's Isis? Well, aside from the similarities to other identified artifacts, she's wearing a solar disc between the horns of a cow, a headdress that used to be associated with another goddess, Hathor. Hathor was sort of a mother deity, an aspect that Isis took on through the ages. Figurines like this are dated back to 1000 to 500 BC. It was a time of chaos, beginning with what we call the Bronze Age collapse. Egypt was one of the few places that it was able to withstand the destruction and disorder brought by the invasion of the Sea of the Peoples. We don't know too much about them, who they were, where they came from, and why, seemingly suddenly, they decided to come into the scene and destroy once the great civilizations of the ancient world.
Mother deity's nuts.
Nice. A beautiful artifact from a dark time. Indeed, if my guess is correct, this is a statue of Isis, and would be quite the addition to our collection. She was an incredibly important goddess of Egyptian mythology. A mother figure and a model of the perfect wife. A resurrector of the murdered husband and the protector of the underworld. Quite the resume. Absolutely, Are we to keep this then? Yes, it's a donation, and we hope it'll be taken care of. Oh, trust that it'll be treasured here where it belongs. Thank you, and thank you to the estate of the donor. It was my pleasure. Thank you for meeting me. What about a note? We don't get a note to say that we handed it to the...
Yeah, I guess now we've got his trust, we don't need it, maybe?
Weird. Alright. Time to go to India. New Delhi. Uh, 7th of the 4th. What time is it? 16. Let's see what we've got. Nope. It'll have to be tomorrow. Uh, 8:35. Sure. Let's do it. $8:35. So let's rest a bit. Oh, we're gonna wait. Let's do 5 hours and then work from there. Oh shit. Okay, way more. 8 o'clock. So we'll, just to be safe, we'll do 6 hours because we can board 3 hours early. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, still a few. Let's wait 2 hours. Alright.
India.
Alright. Oh my, this is a splendid standing Buddha. This is particularly well preserved, no missing parts. Largely intact, superficial scratches and dents, but nothing more. What a find, Miss Dharma! I trust you'll make a great addition to the museum's exhibits. Oh, definitely. This dates back to the Gupta Empire, a golden age in Indian history. Art flourished, culture flourished, craftsmanship certainly flourished. Look at these details. The Abhya Mudra, that gesture that the Buddha makes with his right hand, a gesture of reassurance and protection. And the Ushanisha, it's a little bump on his head, a symbol of great wisdom. Speaking of bumps on the heads, remember as a kid when you bumped your head and you got like an egg, like a big huge bump?
Yeah.
Why don't
I
they
thought it was
happen
an egg,
anymore
but
as an
yeah.
adult? Or is it just that we don't bang our heads anymore?
We just don't bang our heads like we used to.
Oh, okay, because that was a huge thing. Like, Maybe I just bumped my head too much as a kid.
Honestly, why? No, why? Because like when I think of the times I've done that, it's not necessarily me. Like I remember just sitting in front of a door when it's opened.
Yeah.
Is the one I remember most. Guess as an adult, you're too big for that.
But even now, like, one of the things that always gets me is where our glasses are is a cupboard above my head, and sometimes if that cupboard door's open, I'm making coffee, I'll go whoop and hit my head directly on the corner, and enough to take your breath away and even cut the top of my head. Yet I still don't get the egg bump, so I don't know. Maybe it's just blunt force trauma that you get it rather than sharp.
I think you get harder whacks as a kid, and nowadays, like, as much as they hurt, it's like not the same as like bumping your head on something.
Yeah.
Or they're not moving as fast, or I don't know.
Verdant trees in the house. How you doing? We saw a 2037 verdant tree in this game. You know when we were talking about the magical girl transformation, put the armor on one at... Magical girl transformation, put the armor one at a time bit? I have no idea what you're talking about. Doesn't ring a bell. Magical girl transformation. You sure it was me? The elongated earlobes, the left hand holding flowing robes. These are all motifs that would be repeated again and again in representations of Buddha in different times and places. But it was during the Gupta period when they became standard features. As you can clearly see in this bronze piece, a fine addition indeed. Let's see, like when they do a transformation, you were like, has anyone done a bit where they... Hang on. I don't remember that conversation. But keep going anyway. And who do we owe the gratitude to? A generous donor who is now either reincarnated or broken the cycle of the samsara, depending on whether you follow the path of Buddha or his lifetime. I see. I sincerely hope it's the latter. This act alone was a good deed in his name, so thank you. Thank you to the donor. Yeah, it's been a tough week though, Verdant Tree. Thank you for seeing me. My pleasure. I hope it does its part to preserve your country's history. Alright, two out of 3 so far correct. Now we're off to Mexico. Ooh, just went nighttime all of a sudden. Alright, we're going to go to the web. No, we're not going to go to the web. We're going to go to Horus. How fitting. Oh no, we're not in Cairo anymore.
I see the ride for Venture Brothers.
Okay, Mexico. What do we have for Mexico? Mexico City in Mexico, you'd say, right? Is there anything late night? No, we've missed the boat. Okay. What about tomorrow morning? 9:20 in the morning? We can do that. I like that every plane ticket is $550. Alright, let's see. We're going to wait for... Let's wait 8 hours to begin with. Alright, 9 is our thing, so we'll wait another 6 hours, just for good measure. And we're going to go to Mexico, so here's the closest thing I could find.
Spain.
Alright, History Museum, here we go. Ceremonial daggers like these are amazing examples of craftsmanship of Mexica, or the Aztec as they're most popularly known. They were used in ritual sacrifices to certain gods. To the Mexica, appeasing the gods was crucial to preventing calamity. It's tempting to think that maybe these were used in actual rituals, but it is too fragile and was most likely a symbolic object. Thank you for this. It's a beautiful artifact. Please take care of it. Oh, is that... Do you reckon we got that wrong? No, that's right. Just...
Yeah, should be. Yeah, so they acknowledged there was the right.
Yeah, it's just... We didn't get a lot of song and dance over that one. Alright, so... Call Tiger Lily. Let's give her a call.
Amira, how are we doing?
Well, let me tell you, Tiger Lily.
I've returned all the items.
You never cease to amaze me, Detective.
Alright, we're on 26th hour. We better get a good cut.
I'm sending you the money along with a bonus from Lucas.
Perfect free.
Oh yeah, not bad.
Appreciate it. I traveled from one corner of the world to another, you know.
Nice.
I'm sure. Great work. Wait for my call. I'm sure we'll hear back from Lucas soon.
Thanks, Lily. I'll be waiting on you.
Excellent. That was good. Case closed. Saving game. Artie Fine says, my car has a hatchback. I pulled it down on the head the other day. Oh, let me tell you. I had a very similar story, Artie Fine, where my very first car was a hatchback as well. And the hydraulics, because it used to have hydraulics back in the day. Maybe they still do. I never thought about it. But anyway, they were busted. And my mum, I guess she forgot that it was busted and sort of let go of it and walked away. And it fell and landed on the top of my head. And it floored me. Like my butt hit the ground and my vision went weird. It was crazy. So I feel your pain there for sure. Well, what now? Okay, so recap of what we've done so far. Oh, she seems to be doing something on her laptop, maybe? Maybe not. We've done a mission for Tiger Lily, and we've done a mission for
Dude that wants to find people.
Rupert Zhao. So really the only other option is Kieran, which is the guy we want to go full-time with. Do we want to do a part-time Kieran first and then go full-time? Or we want to jump directly into full-time? What do you think?
I have to say, because I would have thought maybe, like, to make sure we're not skipping over something would be good, but like that Thieves one, like that's obviously something we would have done if we went full-time straight away, because it's a setup. I must have just do a case just in case.
Just a lower-end part-time case?
Yeah.
Right. Hi, Kieran Aya speaking. Let's start a new case, Kieran. Come over as soon as you can. I've got a new lead. Pay Kieran a visit at the office in the Civic District. Okay, we can do that. Hang on, what was this? Oh, okay. Yep, that's the mission beforehand. Gotcha. Alright. Over to the Civic District. Then off to the Hammock District. You've got... Put your butt there. Kieran's office, here we go. Hello?
Mr. Aya, I trust the Ministry of Trade and Industry is treating you well. Is now a good time?
Amira, come in. Thank you for sparing the time, a most precious resource. There's something important I wanted to share with you. The result of over a year's worth of...
Give me 1 second, I forgot to check on something. Steve, if you want to vamp for a moment.
Okay. I don't have anything ready. I did do a stream of Star Siege recently. that went pretty well. Something I was going to mention, I think on an early stream, there's a podcast I listened to where they go through an old newspaper around the world, and they had a Australian guest on, and I could already tell, like, not that usually judgmental of like accents, but she had like a very, I don't want to say low class, but like almost like the sound of someone like that you would just see at a pub. So a little bit off, but then he did the thing that Bolts doesn't like, which is by mentioning something, and she segued into drop bears. Just went straight into it. It's like, oh Jesus, of course she did. So it's very judgmental there. It was something where it's like, because she segued, it was like a real, because like they mentioned something, it was something like, so you assume is true, but is off, or no, something, but like her segue was, that's like the opposite of drop bears. So it's like a, yeah, very just ham-fisted. Yeah, you could probably follow that. I just like, yeah, it's like, it's not as, like the accent thing, it's just like a bunch of them just going like, it's, when I got sloshed with my best friend Shazza, fucking got maggoted. That kind of thing. Yeah, that's. I remember, like, I followed someone on Snapchat, and I think I met her once. She's American. I'd met her once, and she when she found out I was Australian, she goes, "Oh, like Australian things, and I like their history and stuff." And so I got the sense that she'd spoken to some people, and I followed her Snapchat once. She was there with like her husband and someone else, or partner, and they were telling her to do accents, and they go, "Oh, just do Australian one, that should be easy." And she goes, "Oh, Australian seems like it's going to be easiest, but it's the hardest." She goes, "Yeah, it's really, maybe do something specific, like," and then she did this string of just the most low class slang. It was actually kind of funny. That's how she managed to do an accent, not converting a normal sentence, was going, I think maggoted might have been in there. That might have been what reminded me, but Passion Pop was in there. Just a random person that I met, and I followed her Snapchat. And this was just ages after I stopped using it. I just saw this random post where I think she was getting someone else to do like a British accent. They got her to do an Australian accent, and she was like, yeah, the two interesting bits was her going, seems like it should be easy, but it's hard just because it's how there's not much distinctive. There's like distinctive stuff, but not overly distinctive. But also then I was like, yeah, I was like, yeah, she did this whole string of like, going down to the pub and drink some mashed pops, get fucking, it was like maggoted, or there was another term though, maybe. It's just a string of just the worst words that we have. It's kind of funny.
I think I was listening to your whole story. I think the worst thing about Australian accents, that when people try and do it, is they try too hard, and it always sounds shit because they're trying too hard. But if you just relax and don't try to make yourself sound Australian, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, and this one worked because it's a set things that she's heard someone say, I guess. But like I find I'm really hard. I can't do accents for shit, but I can mimic. If I've heard someone say something, I can mimic it well. Passion Pop's a cheap, very cheap. Is this sparkling wine? I don't think I've ever had it.
It's a cheap, like fruity wine. Yeah,
fruity wine. Yeah.
It's young girls drink
so
it.
it's used by
history.
So it can be both cheap, but it's also A
Goonish.
lot of young people drink it because it's the cheap booze you can get maggoted off.
It's very goonish. It's of the level of goon for sure. But I don't think you find passion pop in a goon bag. I could be wrong. I think I just remember it in a
No.
bottle, but maybe they
That's
do.
always in a bottle. It's different from goon.
Same as Fruity Elixir is another one, which is like exactly like that. It's like all the boys used to drink UDLs and all the girls used to drink passion pop. Goon is best for goon of fortune.
That's not, and goon isn't something specific. It's just literally just a
It's box wine.
box wine, but with the bag removed, or like the box.
The box removed, so it's just the bag. Exactly. Yep. All right. There's something important I want to share with you. A result of over a year's worth of.
Snooping around?
I rather hoped the technical term was investigating, but you are the expert. Let me ask you something. Who owns the MRT system, New Power, Singapore Roads and Tolls, and our good friends, National Water?
I do enjoy a pop quiz. All I know is that they were all bought out by a bunch of companies during the deregulation. I couldn't tell you who.
2 years ago, yes. Government services were snapped up by private companies and investors, like lions fighting for a bite of the kill. No oversights, no checks and balances. A Shanghai-based company called the Wu Wang Group.
Wu-Tang.
They own the largest stakes in these companies out of all the shareholders.
Never heard of them.
Their growth has been only recent and rapid.
Benign or malignant?
That's what we need to find out. They haven't invited publicity, which has me wondering what their intentions are. I have nothing on them, at least not yet. But where there's smoke, there's fire, right? The money used in the bribes is coming from somewhere, and I've got a hunch Wu Wang is involved.
What's the end goal? Proof that Wu Wang is involved in the bribery of government officials?
Ultimately, yes. Exposing Wu Wang's link to the scandals is a step in the right direction.
Yeah, Tongs, I think that's one of the great things about this is it's very educational in the old sort of San Diego ways. What are you doing, Rams? Sorry, Rams is
Yes, I didn't know the School of Athens thing, but I do remember, like, because I went to some museums in Europe, and most of them was like, oh yeah, that's neat, that's neat. I remember Raphael's Three Cardinals was the one I think I got stuck on, where I just looked at it for ages. So I really liked that painting.
Yeah, I've said it before, but this game does have such a huge Carmen San Diego vibes. I really enjoy that aspect of it. I never knew that we would
which I
actually be
guess-
researching real shit.
Yeah, but I guess it's like the idea is you're supposed to Google, but there's less mistakes, I guess, because it's got that sense of like if you made a mistake, you'd have to then take action on the fight. That would cost both more money and also waste more time.
Yeah.
But I guess it's done in such a way that you don't really make mistakes in the way you would make them for Carmen San Diego.
Yep.
Okay, where do we start? What have your investigations dug up?
I've got a list of people that I think know something. One of them works at the Transportation Authority.
What do you guys call that in the US? Like, is it DMC? DM something? Can't remember.
His name is Gilbert Ma, middle management type. I don't
DMV,
want to spook him.
I think.
You want to
I think
catch the
that's their
prey,
version of Vic Rose,
you've got to
isn't it?
think like the lion. Let's send him a little gift.
A little gift.
A mutual acquaintance has informed me Mr. Ma is a wine connoisseur.
Okay.
He visits a bar in the area, just across the street from his building. Perhaps you can convince the barman to point you in the right direction?
Okay.
All right, I'll start with the bar.
What's the other thing? Like, I was listening to Nextlander the other day, and Vinny was complaining that he and Alex went to, I guess it's in New York or in New Jersey. There's like a big huge bus terminal kind of thing. Is that something like that? It's got a name similar. Don't remember.
If I unearth anything new, I'll keep you updated.
Ah, that could be it. Yeah. Which is like, that's why I thought of it, because of like transport authorities, what they mentioned here. Okay. Bottled up.
Speaking of privatization of Singapore utilities, one of the big power companies in Australia, because I used to work for them, is SP AusNet. The SP is usually kept as an abbreviation because they want to make it obvious, but SP stands for Singapore Power. So yeah, a substantial amount of our electrical network is owned by a Singaporean company. And yeah, they wanted to buy my company, or the company I was working for, and which was my company, then I would be a millionaire right now. Wanted to buy the company, but it got held up for like, it was 8 months or something, because the FIRB, which is the bureau where they have to okay possession of assets by foreign companies. They had to okay it, and it took a while to go through the ringer. But yeah, that's one of the big Australian companies is a Singaporean company.
Cool. All right, we've got to go to the Civic Center. It opens at 4. Okay. Map. Oh, Winehouse. Okay. Yeah, we've seen this place before. Got an hour. We just wait 1 hour and then good to go. Ramen is having a little wash in the sunshine. Very cute. We've seen her before, surely.
Yeah, she's at the gallery.
What do you have to say, lady? Love is like a durian, painful when dropped on the feet.
That's not the analogy I thought I was going to go for.
That might be the only durian factoid that had nothing to do with the smell.
Yeah.
Steve, it's you. This is Ping Pong Steve.
Wasn't he the guy at the party that got the vodka instead of the, like they're being fed the special
Instead of the water, maybe.
Yeah, the vodka.
Quite a selection of wines. The proprietors keep it well stocked. The kind of place a connoisseur would find to be right up his alley. I swear I woke up this morning in the wrong body.
I just realised he's got his tie in the shirt pocket.
Yeah, so it doesn't dip in his beer.
Yeah.
Before I can answer your inquiry, I need a little pick-me-up from Dr. Cup Old Joe here. He's drinking coffee in a bar.
Yeah, I don't advise anyone to watch this, by the way. Mostly did it because like I knew how bad it was, but it's like I thought it might be an okay to have in the background. Even then it wasn't. I turned it off halfway through, but watched Hudson Hawk again recently, and that just reminded me of that where they've got a. Do you know Hudson Hawk?
No.
So it's a comedy done by Bruce Willis, or Bruce Willis is the main guy.
Mm-hmm.
But it is. I don't want to say it's bad. It's the fascinating part is it rides the line between where it's not funny, but it's not bad or boring either. It's got this. It just retains this line of averageness and forgettableness the whole movie. It's almost fascinating that way. That's the one fascinating thing about it. But this reminded me because they've got as part of the writing, they punch up every single little line of dialogue to try to make it colourful but it's like, but a lot of it's like that. It's like people delivering stuff in an interesting way, but no actual jokes. That's what reminded me of, like, instead of saying I need a coffee, it's like I need a little punch me up from Mr. Cup Old Joe here. Like the way you're like it's adding colour to the line, but not actually making it funny. That reminded me of Hudson Hawk.
Yeah, I've never seen it. Now that you say it's Bruce Willis, I have heard of it before.
Yeah, it is pretty bad. You shouldn't see it.
Okay, I won't.
It's by the guy that made Meet the Applegates. There's a movie made before that.
Is that bacon I smell? Oh wait, it's the smell of my scalding flesh. Wait, never seen a guy drink coffee at a wine bar before. Folks at the bar know how to brew a damn good one.
I
Alright.
don't know where I get it because I watched it on stream. Similar to the movie I was going to do. But that's technically on stream too, but I can't stream it from streaming.
Welcome to Winehouse. Who came up with the name? Beats me, though I do know the proprietor. Here's a thing for soul singers who died before their time. Quaint.
Amy Winehouse.
What can I get for you? Not too long ago, I was here with a friend of mine. He had a drink that was mixed to perfection. Mixed wine? Only that I can't remember what it was called. Do you remember anything about it? Any clue at all? I hoped you'd be able to tell me. My friend's name is Gilbert Ma. I'm sure you keep records of purchases, that kind of thing? I'm sure we do, but I'm in the business of making drinks, not giving out private information. Oof. Oh goodness, I hadn't thought that it was private, just forgotten. Oh well, never mind. Perhaps I'll try something new instead. I know Gilbert Ma, he comes in here a lot. It's funny, I'm usually pretty good with faces. When were you in here? Perhaps you weren't working that evening. Go on, impress me. What's the most complicated cocktail on the menu? The most complicated? Well, that would be the startled bartender. Most cocktails I can throw together in a few seconds. This one requires more finesse. It has 20 different ingredients, some of which we use so rarely kept in the back room. Alright then. What? I'll have the startled bartender cocktail. Oh, wow, that is good. I haven't even got a cocktail yet and it's already fulfilling its promise. It'll take some time. You know what they say, like a fine vintage, perfection does take time. Well then. No rush, I'm here to relax. Oh, now we can hack his computer. Oh, I see what you did
In front
here.
of people, yeah.
Okay. Alright, we've got to hack Steve. So near, yet so far. I've got an unlock screen. Alright, here we go.
Google ready. Oh no, this is you, that's memory.
Yeah.
A 100% certified got him.
Got one. Oh, have we done 3 lines yet? I think it's this one, maybe? Nope. Yep. Oh. Okay. Shit. Here we go. Got it. Let me tell you something about your family.
You gonna make them a cocktail?
I have a Singapore sour. Singapore? No problem. If you head back to your table, I'll have the waiter bring it to you in just a minute.
I used to be on losing with.
Drunkle. Is that a term you just coined then? Because that's a good one. Ah, finally, here we are. Gilbert Ma's latest transactions. If I can get a hold of what he likes, it better be placed in finding the drink he feels it's worth the time. Alright, Steve, you want to take a screenshot of that?
That should be taken.
Okay. Looks like wine connoisseur Gilbert Ma is a fan of Burgundy Red. Get out of there quick. Don't do it behind the bar. Justin, you seem like a man about the town. Can you recommend a wine shop? I thought you didn't drink. It's not for me, it's for someone in need of a little persuasion. Something expensive. Ah, I see. Well, you're quite aware of the global wine shortage, so there isn't much around these days. But Terroir in Toa Payoh should have a decent stock. Great, gotta go. Get out of there. Nick of time. There's a sparkler in the cocktail.
Who does someone have to bribe to get service around here?
Here else. I'd offer to buy you a drink, Amira. Oh, it's her. It looks like you've already made an unwise decision.
Laetitia? Laetitia, ex-CEO of National Water?
Oh, XCO.
Is that
Oh,
You get fired for
I'm
that?
fairly certain that it's not.
Hello, Baltimore. It looks like someone
thank you so much.
I'm gonna
Appreciate
give
it.
them a face waterfall of blood.
Face waterfall of blood coming your way.
You're meant to be behind bars, not in one.
When did that happen? And why did that happen? Does that make any sense? I don't know.
What's that? She got fired.
She got fired and she's meant to be in prison.
Oh, because it's government corruption. That should be.
But when did she get called out for it?
I guess I haven't been specific about that. Like, it's just that we've released the story. I didn't think they made the move though. I thought they were just like, okay, that's because like we were even dubious about the evidence you'd have. But I thought it's like it's not about evidence in terms of convicting. It's about finding out about the issue so you can then investigate it properly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems like in the meantime they've used that to blow the whole case open, get her fired, possibly arrested. Yeah, I don't know.
I guess we'll find out.
Very good, Amira. What can I say? I have friends in strategic places. I'm sure whatever you were doing behind there doesn't involve making a move.
Oh shit, she's caught us.
How many cocktail titles does one world need?
It makes a change, me catching you doing something you shouldn't.
Does this look? Is this an earring to you, or is it a Bluetooth headset? That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, like those the tech
Reminded me
bros
of
with
Blade
the.
Runner, actually. Like, yeah, those things that just like light up whenever they get messaged.
Mm.
Sometimes the ends justify the means. I'd hardly put us in the same category.
Oh, honestly, one bribes a few officials and mistakenly has a whistleblower killed, and everyone thinks you're a scheming murderer.
Yeah, that's right. Because they sent the hummingbird bomb after the dude.
Hardly seems fair. I am only one of those things.
Oh, now I remember. It's because we released the email of her organizing the kill.
Yeah, I guess so.
Is there a reason why we're still talking, Laetitia?
No time for niceties anymore. I'm here because I wish to see.
Oh.
You're a wanted criminal. You must be aware the feeling is not mutual.
I need you to do something for me, Amira.
Interesting that you think that's within the realm of possibility. The air must have been thin at the top of the corporate ladder. You're in the gutter with all the other crooks now. You just don't seem to know it.
Oh, honestly, Amira, if you'd just pause for breath. That engineer that ended up dead, Carl Penn, I need you to investigate who killed him.
That's interesting. To make ourselves seem innocent.
You
Yeah.
killed Carl Pan, or you had him dealt with at least.
I know that's what you think. That's what everyone thinks. That's what I thought. But I only wanted him scared. He wasn't meant to die. Climbing the corporate ladder is one thing. Taking a life is quite another. I might be involved in bribes, but I'm not a murderer.
I can't think of one good reason to believe you, Laetitia. Goodbye.
Don't you dare rat us out. Can we drink the cocktail at least? You went and made it and we're just gonna walk off.
Yeah.
Oi, uncle, you can go have it. Now, where are we going now? We're going to Toa Payo. There we go. AI toys, hey? Terroir? Greetings and salutations. I'm Marvin, AI sommelier extraordinaire. Whoever had you installed seems to have gone with a needlessly formal customer service vocab. It is a well-known fact that wine connoisseurs are inclined towards the finer things in life. I'm sure it pays the proprietor very well. Committing to the less is more approach in retail display, I see. Wine shortages may have reduced our selection, but what we lack in quantity, we make up for in quality. Forgive me if I don't trust a bot designed to sell me things. I may not have a moral compass, I may not have taste buds, but I do have an encyclopedic knowledge of oenology. That is the subject of wine and winemaking. Well, perhaps your encyclopedic knowledge, you might be able to help me. Gladly. Apologies, terrible timing, but I appear to be undergoing a crucial systems update. Guess I'll have to do research the old-fashioned way. We don't want to call her for help. Alright, if we find... cross-examinate these things, Steve, with the list you've got. Is there anything for a Poligny Montrachet?
No.
Okay. How much is... Oh, they're all separate, is it? Oh, no. Same thing. Okay. Keep moving. What about... the Chateauneuf du Pape?
No.
What about a Lapite Impractionice? Nice and rounded. It's a white burgundy, so I don't think he's into that.
No, that's not it.
Okay. What about a Cheval de Bataille? Horse of Bataille. The Cheval.
No, I'm checking multiple things on that thing, but I can't see anything.
Okay. What about a Culver Flamini Brut? That's champagne, so let's say no.
Yeah, no.
And what about La Vigna del Gorcio? Delightful aromas of strawberry and plum, subtle and sweet. It's a Cab Sav, so I'm guessing no.
Yeah, no, 2028 isn't even in the list.
Okay. This has to be it, surely. What about a Merlot-based blend? The Bordeaux. Chateau Gay Bordeaux, 2024.
No.
No. Maybe there's something all the way.
Some of those?
Let's go through them again real quick. Chateauneuf du Pape, 2026.
No, the 2026 is a Burgundy Pinot Noir with Domaine. I don't know, things on the right hand side, I don't know if they're what they're supposed to be, but it's Domaine Dumont Bertie.
Good impersonation of a white Burgundy at a fraction of the price. The musket, yeah. You don't want whites.
No, it's only 2030.
Okay. Poligny Muchachet. Tropical flavors. This is like the passion pop of 2027. Nothing of 2027?
Not giving the date.
Okay. The Chevelle again, 2026.
That's again the same year as the Burgundy Pinot Noir, Domaine Dumont Verte.
I wonder if we have to actually... No, because they don't exist yet.
Wait, that's at least got Domain in the title.
That has Domain in the title. Domain, yeah.
Where's the other one from 2026?
This one? That's 2030. This one. There. Benedict the 13th.
Yeah, nothing else matches, but that other one. There's two elements that like at least matched, the domain and 2026.
Okay, so we'll keep the horse, the cheval, in our maybe pile. Okay, let's go back over these. The Brute is a champagne. So definitely not. Dessert wine by the looks of it. Cab Sav. Rosé. Nope, not a rosé. Merlot base blend. Deep Crimson. So the Bordeaux 2024.
There's nothing left.
So I guess we're gonna buy the horse one, right?
And that's maybe that's the idea is like because there's a shortage, it's getting something at least close enough.
Yeah. Okay, let's get some horsies.
Look, label again. Okay, so basically what I'm saying is the one thing it kind of matches is okay. 26 Burgundy Pignon Noir, so that doesn't match. But then it's got the dash domain Dumont Verte, and it's got domain there, even though it's something else after that.
Can you do a quick Google of domain and see if it's a red? Because while this doesn't exist yet, I'm sure domain means something. I might open up a browser. Hang on.
Actually, it might just be French for domain. Because like the first item is like wine domain, rare wines, but it looks like a selling company, not. Oh no, not.
It looks like it's a red, going by similar ones. So I think we're in business. Oh, maybe this looks like it's white though. Oh gosh. No, I think it's it. We're just gonna go with it. It's the closest thing anyway. An excellent choice. Let's hope Gilbert Marr appreciates my efforts. Hello. Amira, I've been doing some digging. A reliable source told me where Gilbert Marr is right now. Is it somewhere I feel I'll need an anti-back with my soul afterwards? I'll let you be the judge of that. Apparently Gilbert Marr likes to hang out at a place called Madame Chan's Palace in Chinatown after work. I'm reliably informed he's wearing a navy suit and a white shirt. Is his character more colourful than his dress sense? Hey-o. Guess you're about to find out. Oh, we're gonna have to shoot him.
Looks like a red.
Alright. Chinatown, Gilbert Marr, 4 o'clock. Oh man, we have to wait so long. 16 hours? Alright, let's get over there. We'll wait 15 hours just to... Oh, looks like him. This is not what I was thinking when I hear about Madame Chan's place. It's quite nice. I don't think a guy like Gilbert would spend time in a tea garden. Navy trousers, white shirt. I think I see him. It's the only dude there.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a different guy. I think you've been mistaken me for someone else. Okay, cool. What about you? May I join you? Well, it is a table for two. Take a seat. And what is this? I'm looking for some information. This bottle is the price I'm willing to pay. Is that a Maury St. Denis 2026? There's one thing I cannot say no to. How does this bribery work? I've always wanted to know. You drink and I ask the questions. I'll have the way to sort this out. BYO. What's the corkage fee on that bad boy? What would you like to know? Ironically, I'd like to know who's been bribing you and why. Present company excluded. Do you know of any contact between the Transport Authority and the Wu-Tang group? I don't know much. You could have said that before you accepted my bribe. But I do know my colleague has started living a life a little differently lately, always entertaining at the Gentleman's Club in Geylang. He's not known for his subtlety. The kind of person who leaves a paper trail, you might say? The kind of person who doesn't think twice about accepting a bribe and then parading around an entire upgrade work attire. Shiny shoes, flashy watches, uncalled for in my opinion. Who even wears a watch anymore? Please try to stay focused. Oh yes, what I'm saying is the money's come from somewhere. I may have taken a peek at his emails. Saw a few from the Zhu Elang at Wu-Tang. Zhu Elang, you say? Why should Ray Lam have all the fun? Ray Lam? My colleague, you clearly didn't get the memo. Is this a figurative memo or an actual memo? My point is, he's the go-to guy if you're a mega corporation out to bribe a government official. Allegedly, you understand. And poor Gilbert Ma here gets left on a hard shoulder. Allegedly. Okay. Once upon a time, man, woman, child, they worked in their villages. Or they worked in the city. But never were torn between the two. They kept within the orbit of their professions. I ask you, where would society be without transport? The grease that keeps society oiled. People live their lives on the assumption that machines will take them where they need to go. If the MRT ground to a halt, if cars stopped in the streets, what would happen to the world? Chaos. There'd be chaos. Without transport, society itself grinds to a halt. The world that was, the world that is, what is it to become? It's enough to drive anyone to hiccups. One hour later. And do they appreciate me? I can't say I'm following whatever track your train of thought is on. No, they do not, hiccups. Oh, I think that's my cue to leave.
Taken all that bribe and now he's sleeping.
Yep. Alright, let's call Kieran. What?
Gotta go home first.
I'll go to his office. You can't just call him. Wiretaps and whatnot. He was in the Civic Center, right? I think so. Alright, Kieran.
Ah, Amira. Good to see you. I thought you'd be here sooner.
I got caught up.
Bad traffic?
Bad informant.
Transport had something to do with it. I hadn't expected to be mildly held hostage by an inebriated government official waxing lyrical about the philosophy behind transportation. I had no idea it was possible to get a hangover through osmosis.
Please tell me you have good news, Amira. Well, as good as news can be when the world has gone to the dogs.
I am pleased to report Gilbert was quite forthcoming about the whole thing. I get the feeling he's feeling a little left out. Fancies himself a corporate criminal.
Should we be worried?
Let's just hope he associates corporate crimes with that horrendous headache he has on the horizon. The good news is he singled out a person named Shi and Ling. Could be our way into Wuwang Group.
Excellent. Great work, Amira.
Yeah.
You'll be pleased to hear I even have the name of the transport official being bribed by Wuwang. The flashy type, apparently.
Oh, good. They're the easiest sort to track down and make a charge stick.
Name's Ray Lam.
Excellent. If I follow the paper trail, I should have enough to get a search warrant.
Great.
Listen, I know you don't do this for the money, but bills have still got to be paid.
Okay, we're on 32 grand.
I'll wire across
Ooh,
payment
5
for a
grand.
job well done.
Nice. Though it did cost us like 2,500 for that bottle of drink.
Truly excellent work, Amira. Shi and Ling. It sounds like Shi and Ling might be our foot in the door.
Kieran, do you ever wonder whether we rely too much on machines to keep the wheels of society turning?
Thank you, Amira Dharma. I will now. A question to haunt my dreams.
Yeah. We did it! Case closed. And I think that might be a good place to stop. And then next stream we'll start with the full-time work. What do you say? Well, there's no getting around it now. I've got to choose a client to work full-time with. Okay, good. So it actually forces us to do that. That's great. Finally time to make the big decision. Call the client of your choice and let them know. Okay, I think it's saved there anyway. Sweet. Well, thank you guys so much, as always, for joining us. It's really fun times, especially doing all the researching together. Let me see if there is anyone on. You know what? I'm going to send you guys to someone completely different. Someone that we haven't sent you guys before. Let me bring this up. Yeah, space is on. I'll jump in there anyway, but we're going to do someone new. Raid. I think this is how you spell it. Sweet. All right, locking you guys in the raid cannon. Every one of you is a little bullet to shoot across to Hextef. She's
still going.
What's that?
She's still going.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like she was way back in Good Game.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, she does this podcast and series online TV series called Back Pocket now. It's definitely an interesting watch. But check her out. She's a cool dude, and we will see you next time. Have a good weekend, everyone. Make sure you eat something lovely, drink something lovely, enjoy your time. We'll catch you later on.
Yep.
Toodles.
Catch you later, everyone.